The community of Scenery Park in East London preparing now to bury the 21 young people who died at the eNyobeni tavern in that tragedy last week. We're looking now at the long-term change that's needed in the community to ensure it doesn't happen again. And Nkosinathi Sikobi joins us. He's a community leader and a member of the Scenery Park Business Forum. And Nkosinathi, I hope you can hear me well now. Welcome to the program. I want to ask you about, the last week. It's been so emotional. There's been a lot of blame in the atmosphere. Fingers are being pointed at parents, and we're trying to get to answers a week later. What can you tell us about where things are now in the community?
Okay, good evening, Iman and your viewers. At the moment, I would say it's preparations for the mass funeral, which will be happening next week, Wednesday. And I've heard from the media that even the president will be this side. I'm not sure whether that has been confirmed or not. But the mood it's somber as expected it to be. I think somehow we need to really take stock of what has happened, and instead of blaming the blame game, pointing fingers, it's not going to assist us. What needs to happen now is that we need to make sure that this tragedy like this never happens.
Yeah. The Premier, Oscar Mabuyane, is calling for greater parental and community involvement and vigilance in monitoring not only the taverns and the nightclubs operating in the area, but also in monitoring the maintenance of general law and order. How's the community reacted to that? Do you get a sense that people have decided amongst themselves that, that there will be more watchfulness on the conduct of some of these establishments?
As I've alluded earlier, Iman, this thing of finger pointing, it's not going to take us anywhere.
Well, I'm not talking about finger pointing, Nkosinathi. What I'm talking about is a community awareness. People know where the taverns and the pubs are. They know what the age restrictions are, working together with law enforcement to say, we're aware that these activities are happening. That's the sort of community activism I'm referring to.
If we're going to talk like that, if under normal circumstances, it was supposed to happen that way. Police have been told about these illegal taverns, but nothing has happened. So that is why I'm saying now, pointing fingers, it's not going to help us. Now it's time for us to sit down and we come up with solutions, because there are a lot of social ills that are affecting our communities. Besides the alcohol and what happened on that tavern, we've also got drugs and all sorts of social ills in our communities. So pointing fingers now, it's not going to assist us in any way. What we need to do now is to sit down, put our heads together and come up with solutions. How do we move forward?
Yeah.
What are the things that need to happen so that we make sure that our kids, because people there are no recreation centers in Scenery Park.
Yeah.
So these kids, they don't have anywhere to go, maybe after school or and all of that. And also unemployment is high in the area. There's just a lot of social ills. That is why I'm saying now, it's not time for playing game, finger pointing. It's only a time for us to put our heads together and come up with solutions.
So, yeah, just a final question. Young people from Scenery Park, understandably, frustrated and angry to the point that you raise about not having these places where they can feel safe and they can get together and socialize. What are some of the ideas you believe you can take going forward in making sure, because, you're a business and a community leader, the work that yourselves and others are able to do, at least in the interim, to create these safe spaces for young people?
Firstly, what I would like to happen is that, like your liquor boards, your law enforcement, your government departments, your social development, and the others, they need to stop working in silos, because now the problem that we have in our communities is that it needs all of us to work together, not in silos. That is why we have all sorts of problems in our society, especially with the youth, the unemployment and on all other issues within our communities. So that is why I'm saying if we can have these dialogues that are positive, that will have positive impact even on our youth, I think that would be a step in the right direction. And also, like your liquor board and all those, they need to come and do awareness. If people see that they are illegal taverns and all that, what do they need to do if they can't get assistance from the South African Police Services?
Thank you very much for that update. And certainly it seems as if, law enforcement's got a long way to go in communities like that to ensure that there is compliance. Thank you for talking to us and for sharing that picture. That was Nkosinathi Sikobi, who is a community leader and a member of the Scenery Park Business Chamber.